Hello and welcome back to Goblin Gaming. Today we are going to show you a simple and easy ladder base that you can build with a few extra tricks built into it in case you want it, but completely optional. Doggy daycare is my favorite part. Let's go and get started. You're going to want to lay a foundation first. If you're in the early game, you don't need to make it this big, but for the late game, you're going to want to have an 11 by 11 foundation. That way if a zombie demolisher does happen to go off, since we are fighting them on ground level, if they do happen to go off, then it won't actually destroy the ground around you and result in zombies starting to dig. So 11 by 11 to start. Your first block is going to go in the exact middle, which is going to be 6 in, 6 in, and then meet in the middle. Actually, I misspoke. It should actually be on the square right before the middle square. We're going to make a scaffold ladder here. This is building with steel. I just changed the texture. You can feel free to build with whatever material you want. We're going to take that and we're going to build it. We're going to go up 5 squares. 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Right next to it, we're going to place plate, or right next to it, we're going to place the pillars. 0.0. There it is. 0.025 meter pillar goes right next to it. This is going to provide you with a little bit of extra stability support. Make sure you place it on the block directly next to the ladder. You're going to need the block behind that for something else. And we're going to do that and then just trace it all the way up once again. This is again just going to provide an extra little bit of stability support. And zombies typically don't attack this block very much, so we're going to go up, up, up. Right next to this spot, next to the center block, we're going to be placing plates. And we're going to take those and go 4 blocks back. And then we're going to go up to basically where our ladder stops up here. And you're just going to build a plate wall. You're going to do this on both sides. Make sure that when you do it on the other side, you are not going in the middle block, you're going on the block outside of the middle. And again, you want the orientation as far in as you can so that we make a nice little flat wall here. Ladder goes again on this first spot here. You actually don't want to place the bottom block because then the zombies will want to climb. So you're actually going to go up 2 blocks and then go up. And players can come in, jump, and climb, but zombies cannot. Yet. I don't know if they're going to change. But at the moment, it works like that. Alright, now we're actually going to extend our base structure here just a little bit. So I'm going to climb up on top of my plate wall. Do this as if I were not in creative mode for you guys. And then we're going to place an additional ladder there. And we're going to take and place 2 more rows of our plates. We do that on both sides. And just like before, we are going to do the same with little pillar block. Just hover over it. Copy shape and rotation. If you accidentally get the ladder, just try again. You'll get it. And we'll do this on both sides. And then of course we're going to extend out that back wall up a little bit higher as well. I just like to do it this way because it's easier to do it from up above. Alright, now that we got those, let's go ahead and build our defensive structure for the zombies to make our fighting position. Alright, so now on top of the ladder here, we're going to actually go into our advanced menu and we're going to type in railing. And it's going to be right here. We're going to place it oriented so it's on the bottom side of the block orientation, and we're going to place it so it hangs over top of the ladder. We're going to place 2 of those like that, and then up above it here, we're going to go back to our scaffold shape. The same kind of positioning, but I'm going to, no, actually I'm going to leave it just like that. I want the bars right here to go the opposite direction of those bars. And I would recommend painting this block a different color so that you can see which block is damaged. I would paint each of them a slightly different color. It just makes it easier to tell, you know, what's damaged where. This makes it a little bit easier. Completely optional though. After that, you're going to place more rail blocks on the inside here, and you're just going to place it horizontally this time, like so, and that's going to stop them from glitching out into the inside here. Once you start doing things to them, they start piling up and trying to force themselves through. All right, now behind this block, this railing block, we're going to place any block you really want that you can kind of wire through and repair through. I'm going to use a gable, but you could just do more rails. It's kind of up to you, whatever you kind of feel like. And we're just going to place that all the way down. This is going to protect our electric fences that we're going to put in. Again, the electric fences are completely optional, so if you want to do them, cool. If you don't want to do them, that is cool too. I think they make the base function a lot smoother, so I would recommend putting them in. Now you place your electric fences, and you want to have them positioned so that the kind of circuit board part is facing you and the pole part is facing them, because it does extend like an extra half block forward for some reason, and it'll just make it a pain in the butt to climb with your ladder. So we're just going to do that, and we're going to go all the way up with the electric fences. Okay, now that we have all the electric fences placed, we got to place our hatch. We're going to want to place it in the orientation that it is hinges down, facing the player. So it works easiest if you just kind of climb down the ladder a little bit. Go to advanced rotation, and you want those hinges on the same side as the electric fence, so that when you open it, it just forms a nice little barrier there. And I just think it makes it a little bit easier to climb up, and easier to close again if you need to. You shouldn't really need to, but still. Now we're going to lay our floor foundation here for our fighting position. We're going to use scaffolds again, so let's go and switch it back to scaffolds, and you're going to orient it so it's on the floor. I'm going to make this a different color shade just for my own sanity's sake so I can see it easier. And we're just going to go like that, and one on each side overlap, and we're going to do a 2 overlap on this side. Notice that that one is red because that is the one the zombies are going to be hitting on. So we need to make sure we're paying special attention to repairs on that one block. And we're just going to extend out. Same thing on the back side, just go out 2 extra squares. Now we're going to take that same scaffold shape, and we're actually going to orient it a little bit differently so it is straight up on the next block over, like so. And you're going to do this all the way around the outside of the scaffold. Might be easier to use nerd pulling to do this, but you can do it from up above too if you wish. We're going to do this 3 rows high. Okay, now that you have it 3 high, we're going to place some extra protection in here to protect us against vultures. We're actually going to go into the railing corner shape, and we're going to place in railing corners here and here, and do that on all 4 corners. The reason we are doing that is, for whatever reason now, the vultures will glitch through the scaffolds and be inside your base hitting you. Kind of annoying, don't know why, but it is what it is. So we do that to protect against that, and then railings in the center block. For aesthetics, I'm going to make sure it's oriented in the same direction as the corner pieces, since you can't control that. So vertical here. I probably should paint a different color so it's less of a jumble, but whatever. It's fine either way. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing. Just coat this section in rails and coat this section in rails. It's going to make a roof. This will stop the vultures from flying through once again, because they cannot fly through the railing blocks, and we can shoot through it. And if you ever want to put like something on top, like spikes, you can repair through it, but they will be floating spikes, so that'll feel a little bit strange. Okay, and our main defensive structure is now built. We are going to now build our electric fence structure. So you're going to build another foundation. You're going to go 3 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This way, if there are any demolishers that run around and blow up, it'll stop the floor from getting taken out. And then we're just going to place solid blocks again. Again, this is optional. If you don't want to use electric fences, you do not have to do this part. On the outside section, we are going to use the plate blocks. Oriented towards the inward side on both sides, all the way through until the back one, when we're going oriented like that, and then do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to build our electric fence structure. This again is completely optional. If you built it inside there though, you're going to want to build it out here. We're going to take and use plates so that we can create a wall to protect it, and scaffolds in the front. So you can just start by doing a 3 by 3 foundation, then you do scaffolds up as high as you went with electric fences over there, which should be 7 blocks high. Really, I think we do want to leave 1 block missing here so that we can put the generator in. So we're just gonna kind of embed that 1 block down. There we go. Now we're gonna place these plates to create our walls for it. And as always, just have it oriented towards the inside so it builds a nice flush connection. We're going to do that back to here, and then of course on the back side we're going to close it off. So you could also, I guess, extend out the plate wall 1 more, put that back plate there and put the generator there, and put like a hatch or something you can open up. That would be another way you could do this. We'll just do it that way because I've already started doing it that way. And you're going to extend this up to the same height as the scaffolds. Next, you're going to want to place your generator in that little hole we just dug out. So we're going to place that there. And then we're of course going to open it up, fuel it, put in the engine, but we're going to wait to turn it on until a little bit later. Alright, now we're going to place our electric fences above the generator straight up, and also some posts for them to attach to. Technically they can attach to these scaffolds, I just think that doesn't look very good, so I'm going to put in an extra block behind it. The pillar 0.5 by 0.25 by 0.5 T, just because it looks cool. And then we're just going to extend it straight up as far as we can. We don't even need a ceiling on this if we don't want. I mean, we could put a ceiling on it, I guess, but we don't really need it. I'd have to nerd hole to get to that, so I'm just going to creative mode it since we're building a video. Alright. And then you just throw in your electric fences all the way through. There you go. And then you want to wire them up, of course. So what you want to do here is have these be your power connection and those be the child connection. So you go from the generator straight to these electric fences in here and just wire them all up, and then take them from this electric fence over to that electric fence, so on and so forth. That part is very important, making sure that the child is on the inside of your base, because that's the one that's going to need repairs. So go ahead and wire all those up, and then we'll move on to our next step, the doggy daycare. Alright, for this, to get the alignment correct, what you're going to do is come over here to your main structure and just go there. So you see how I can't place it any closer because of the plate block. So we're going to go there and then over 1 additional square. And then we're going to go out 4 squares from the foundation. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to place it. And then we're going to rotate and orient the ramp upside down, and then just copy pasta back and forth to build your ramp up. We're going to do this all the way up until we reach the top section so that we are level with that area, and then that will be just regular cube blocks. Okay, and once you make it all the way up, you're going to build your cube straight across. Do note that if you're building with like cobblestone to start here or something like that, you might need to place one vertical support about here. I'm not 100% sure, I've only built this in steel, but then we're just going to go kind of straight across like that. And then you'll notice it's starting to go purple. Uh-oh, bad things are happening, right? Well, let's just go ahead and copy. And actually, let's not copy. Let's use a railing block. And this is going to technically attach it to the bird's nest, but there's going to be an air gap between, right? So there we go. And now we're attached and we are no longer in purple. And we're going to build this up. I think 3 should be plenty, so we'll just go up 3. I've never had them pile up more than that, even when I was running Insane 64 zombies. Although Insane 64 was extremely difficult, I lost a lot of blocks. This is max game stage, of course, and I ran it with 64 zombies successfully quite a few times. The Insane had mixed results, so I don't know if this is a base for Insane 64 zombies, but it is good for 64 or Insane on its own. Our base is done. We are there, and we're ready to test out on the Horde Day. I'll kind of show you, I think I'll cut in like towards the middle of the Horde, because that's when things get a little crazy. Oh, don't forget to turn on your generator before the Horde night starts, I just realized. Don't be standing in the middle when you do it, stand off to the side a little bit, so that you don't electrocute yourself. And we're just kind of sniping straight down. And run through the starting part of the Horde, because I just wanted to jump to the crazy bit. But you can kind of see how this works. They just kind of stay stuck there while you snipe them. If you do want to like throw a Molotov off to the side, you can certainly do that. This base works best with Demolition Expert and with Perception Perception Mastery, and the like piercing AP rounds. Because if you get multiple zombies lining up on top of each other like this, you can shoot through them all and kill multiple zombies at once, which is really fun. You can also just take your time and line up headshots if you want. Not a whole lot of threat to the bars. Eventually you will have to repair them, probably twice throughout the Horde night. But if you lose one, it's really not that big of a deal. You have three defensive walls here, so there's no way they're getting through all 3 unless you're really careless. It is perfectly fine up here. And because we constructed our eagle's nest the way we did, the zombie top spit will never hit us, and it will never hit our electric fences, so we are fully protected from that as well. You can build this without the electric fences and with cobblestone to start, and just leave off that whole structure, and just build up the bird's nest section, and you'll be perfectly fine on the day 7 Horde, etc. Every so often, one of them will wander over. If you trigger a demo, just shoot it a few more times and it dies. No big deal. This is our doggy daycare at work. Hello, puppers. Go away. The first round of dogs that you get will attack your door back there, but then after that, future dogs will come up here. So that was 64 zombies, max game stage, no problem. Explosions, we'll do a little, but not too much. It'll be perfectly fine. And you can deal with your doggy daycare afterwards if you want, or you can just deal with them as you go. Sometimes spiders will hop up here. Every so often, other zombies will run up there too. I don't really know why, but most of the time they don't. Generally only if things start to pile up too much at our killing position. I think that's probably why. Yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like, favorite, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Let me know if you try this base out, how it works for you. If you do the electric fences or not, all that stuff, I would love to hear from you. Thanks all, and have a good one.